High-speed straights, heady elevation changes and dramatic corners. What is there not to love about today? It's qualifying day here at Spa-Francorchamps.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of F1 24 Career Mode. We are now at Spa. This is the Belgian Grand Prix. We are just over halfway through the season. If you haven't seen the last instalment from Hungary, do be sure to check that one out before you see this one. Right, it's a very, very wet Spa, but oh God, I am not liking the handling here. This is giving me a chance though to test out how the car is and the handling in the very, very wet conditions. Also, this is the first race recorded since the 1.6 patch update, so there are more handling updates that have arrived with this patch, and I'm checking them out now and checking them out in the heavy rain as we charge through Eau Rouge. Oh, that's a snap and a half, isn't it? Oh, that was scary. And you know what? I'm glad that Alfa Romeo drivers wear the black overalls because, well, I will spare out the gruesome details, but you can imagine, is it going to be enough to put us in the top 15? Even if it is, the times are going to tumble because the track is going to dry by the end of this part. So around the bus stop we go. I think this is going to be a relatively decent lap. And in fact, yeah, that puts us just ahead of Stroll. Why on God's earth has it just put me out on wet? I asked for inters and it has put me out on wets. I don't have the grip for this. So it's all about how we handle the last couple of corners now, and that was better than first time. It's going to be a sprint for the line. And, well, that's the fastest time for now. But is that going to be enough? Gasly goes fastest on a 56. I don't think it's going to be enough. Hulkenberg goes second. Now Magnussen. This is going to be a disaster for us. I don't think we're going to have done enough. The times are tumbling and this is us surely going out of qualifying. And that will be that. We are out of qualifying. I did request the intermediates, but I got put on full wets. I honestly don't know. It is what it is though. We're starting P19. Lando Norris also not taking on the intermediates, so he'll start from the very back. It's a disaster of a Belgian Grand Prix qualifying.
Welcome to this visit to the Ardennes countryside. Spa-Francorchamps hosted its first Grand Prix back in 1925, and this historic track is loved by drivers and fans alike, and us here in the commentary box too. So before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. A fantastic effort from Charles Leclerc yesterday, and it's put him on pole. Sergio Perez lines up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Sainz, Oscar Piastri, Russell, Hamilton, Stroll, Gasly, Verstappen, Bottas, Ocon, Tsunoda, Ricciardo, Magnussen, Hulkenberg, Sargent, Fernando Alonso, Sunshine, Norris, and Alex Albon picks up the last spot on the grid. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out then. Let's see who can prevail today. And alongside me in the commentary box, my old friend, Anthony Davidson. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver?
Back of the grid, not great, I know, but let's just try and use the first lap to push your way up the order.
So yeah, we are right at the back for the Belgian Grand Prix, but there's a long race to move us forwards, and this is a circuit where overtaking is very much possible. So Never say never. We've got a long race ahead. Let's do it. 22 laps at the Belgian Grand Prix. And we are underway here at the Spa-Francorchamps circuit, and it's a good start, but it's not so good away for Logan Sargent. And we're having a look down the inside. We do have a little bit of engine wear that we're being told about, as I'm just trying to navigate my way down the inside. Oh, clipping that rear, clipping the corner of the wall there. And thankfully no damage done. We're up to P16 though, so we have made gains at the start on Fernando Alonso. And now I'm trying to size up the two Haas boys. Lando Norris as well has made gains at the start, but I'm trying to size up the two Haas's. We're going to, well, look at this. Magnussen is covering Hulkenberg. There's no way through there. I'm just going to have to back out of that one and hope one of them gets held up out of the corner. And in fact, I took the wrong line there to capitalise, and we were not able to capitalise. But we've got to stay on the back of Nico Hulkenberg. And we're still just trying to hang on to the two Haas boys. But for now, it is a position gained. 2 positions gained, in fact. I believe we were 18th at the start, thanks to penalties. So, not a lost cause yet. Still a long way to go. But I am going to have a look down the inside of Hulkenberg and maybe Magnussen too. No, Hulkenberg turning in there. Hulkenberg getting quite feisty in his defence. Not wanting to let this go. We're side by side down the pit straight. Going into the source, we have the inside line, and I'm going to try and sneak one on the inside of Magnussen too, because they're getting backed up a bit. Magnussen getting the better exit, but we're going to use a bit of overtake. We're going to go side by side heading into Eau Rouge. This is not where you want to be, wheel to wheel with another car, but we get past Magnussen, round Eau Rouge, and that is up to P14. So that's a good move. That's a brave move. Not particularly one I would normally go for, and now Magnussen and Hulkenberg are fighting each other. I'm going very wide as well. That's not the circuit, and Lando Norris is going to be wanting to try and find a way through. I'm now wanting to get after the 2 V-Carb cars, or the Visa Cash App RBs, whatever you want to call them. The name is still ridiculous. What are we going to have next? Team OnlyFans Williams Racing. And it's going to be a bit of an ambitious one if we can get this up the Kemmel Straight, but I feel like this move is on P13 here. I don't want to be hesitating too long. Here we go then. This is the move on Daniel Ricciardo. I'm using overtake. I'm just draining the battery to make this happen. And I think we could have a go at Yuki Tsunoda here too. I'm going to brake late and see if that can happen. Oh, we're still on the track. And actually, we managed to get that position. We get ahead of both RB cars. That was a good overtake. I'm happy with that one. And up into P12 we go. Next up is our teammate, and he's got championship leader Max Verstappen right behind him, as I have a nice little snap, coming out of no-name corner, and that can get a little terrifying. But Bottas now has Verstappen right up his chuff, and I'm hoping that Bottas can just back him up for another couple of laps, long enough for us to have a go. Verstappen looks like he's getting ready to size up Gasly, but I'm getting ready to size up the pair of them. Bottas, if anything, just driving away a little bit here, but Tsunoda is staying with me. He is not going away. He is very much wanting to stay with me. And look at this. This is Verstappen getting very close to Gasly. Does he have a little look? No, he doesn't. And we could catch him napping here if he gets backed up enough. End of another lap into lap 5. And this could be quite a competitive race for us. I'll tell you what, we are going to have a little look down the inside of Max Verstappen. We do bang wheels and Verstappen just keeps it for now. But I'm going to use the overtake. I'm going to try and get him into Eau Rouge. This is a brave one, especially on Max Verstappen. But I am not afraid to go up against the greatest in the field at the moment, as we pass Verstappen, and now Tsunoda is having a go at Max. Verstappen is having an absolutely torrid race here as I take to the escape road round Le Combe, and I think Verstappen was just able to hold off Tsunoda. But now Bottas is dead ahead in 9th, Gasly in 10th, and we're in 11th on the Kemmel Straight. Here we go, we're gaining Gasly at quite a nice rate. This car has got quite a bit of oomph to it. As Bottas goes to cover Gasly, I'm going to try and go around the outside of the pair of them, but that's not worked. Gasly's still up the inside here, and I've managed to hold him off. I wasn't able to get them both, but we were able to pass Gasly. And now the two Saubers are running 9th and 10th, with both of us in the points. I'm trying to conserve a bit of energy here, but Verstappen is coming at me. Round the outside of Blanchimont. This is not where you want to go wheel to wheel with Verstappen. There's a yellow flag behind us. And Verstappen is still racing wheel to wheel with me as we head into the bus stop. Where's Verstappen? There he is. Round the outside he goes. We're still wheel to wheel with Verstappen. And we have to surrender as Albon is out of the race. Verstappen covering the inside of Le Source. But that's going to be a huge mistake because now we're going to have DRS on the Red Bull. And we're going to see the ultimate satisfying sight of myself getting past Max Verstappen once again. Here we go to the right-hand side of the circuit. Verstappen trying to cover. We're draining the battery though to get this move done. And once again retaking the Red Bull of Max Verstappen. And he is really going to have to rethink this if he wants to come past me. He might have a little look towards the bus stop. He is having a look around the outside of the bus stop. And once again I try and cover him, but Verstappen doing everything in his power to get through. Once again, wheel to wheel with Verstappen. But I'm not going to fight him too hard here. In fact, I'm going to let that go because we all know what's going to happen here. I'm going to have DRS, and once again, we're going to be able to overtake the Red Bull. So it's a case of there's the detection point. Here we go, up Eau Rouge. And we should be able to just blast past once again and get this done. DRS open. Max choosing to go down the inside to defend it. I'm now going to the outside and once again overtaking Max Verstappen. And this is going to be frustrating him because this is going to be ruining his race.
Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now.
Let's see how this undercut has worked then. We've got quite a lot of cars leaving the pits. I wonder where has this put me because I feel like this has worked quite well here. And we are ahead of Lewis Hamilton. So I'll tell you what, the undercut is very strong around here because we've overtaken Hamilton. And I think Ocon was ahead of us as well. And we've overtaken him. So this has really worked a treat for us now. I really want to just give this everything and see where we can place ourselves when the pit stops are complete. Bottas still to pit. Hamilton right behind us now. I'm very interested to see where we're looking at being P7 at the moment. How much further are we going to get? We've got cars coming out of the pits. We've got Stroll, we've got Russell. I'll tell you what, are they going to be takeable here? At the moment we're sitting in P7, but we are going to have Lewis Hamilton coming straight at me down the Kemmel Straight. But also Stroll is going to want to go at Russell. Stroll is having a go at Russell. They're going alongside each other. I wonder if anything's going to come of that. I'm going to try and stay with it. No, Stroll gets shut down there and he has to wait. So we're currently sat in P7. And I'm trying to catch Stroll, who's got himself all over the back of George Russell. Okay, so Stroll's on hard, so we might have a chance at getting past Stroll here. But I need to keep Lewis Hamilton behind me as well, so I can't afford to lose a place to Lewis Hamilton. We're actually going after Stroll here, so Lewis is not really a driver I want to concern myself with. He does have a look into the bus stop, and having to cover him has actually cost me time to Stroll, which I did not want to lose. Hamilton again coming at me. I don't really want to be fighting Lewis. I want to be fighting Stroll, so I see Lewis off there. Although that's going to be temporarily because he's going to come straight back at me. Look at the momentum he has out of the corner. I need to use everything I've got down the Kemmel Straight to keep the Mercedes behind me, but I think I've gained enough, and I need to just stay with Stroll and use him to tow me forwards. To have a go at Lance Stroll for P6. We've kept Lewis behind us. Now we're going to go past Lance Stroll, and he just doesn't have any answer to us here at all as we go down the left, and we gain P6 on Stroll, and now we are up into 6th position. We've got ahead of Stroll, and hopefully now we can pull away a bit and get clear of his DRS, and hopefully if the cars ahead start battling, we might even be able to get our first top 5 finish of the season. We've got a yellow flag in front of us as someone's slowing down. I think we have got a car slowing down, so a top 5 is definitely on for us. Perez has blown up and Stroll's had to go down the inside, and he's put me round. I don't believe it. We have a red flag because Stroll, in a zone you weren't allowed to overtake, put his car down the inside and put me round, and that has caused the red flag.
Okay.
What were you doing there, Lance? That is the only question I have. Right, let's advance this. We're going to be restarting in P7 now for the resumption of this Belgian Grand Prix. We are underway once again, and I'm trying to get down the inside of Hamilton without hitting Stroll, and I think Hamilton might have me here, but I'm going to use the overtake button. Look at Bottas! Up to 6th. Valtteri flying there. He's going side by side with Hamilton. I don't know what to do here. They're side by side for Eau Rouge. Hamilton is looking at getting it done. Bottas side by side with him. I'm having a look to the inside. It just does not look safe at all. And in the end, I've backed out of that one. Bottas now 7th. We're now 8th. Dare I have a go down the inside? Not right now. Oh, we were potentially on for a top 5, but unfortunately now it's gone away from us. Thanks to Stroll just sending that one in a yellow flag zone, I might add. That was a full course yellow zone. Well, no, that was a yellow flag zone, and he still sent it, so I'm not sure why, but the rules aren't supporting that. However, for now, I do think we're faster, so I'm going to attack Bottas here. See if we can get through. Valtteri goes to cover the inside. How late dare we brake? We brake as late as we dare. And round the outside of our teammate we go. And Stroll once again holding up Hamilton. There is no penalty for Stroll for lunging in on us in a yellow flag zone. So that's surprising. And Bottas is going back past us. I'm not going to hold him up. So what I'm going to do here is hold position behind Bottas and try and bring home this is a team result. I don't want to risk losing the team any points here. And I think if we can bring this home, this will be a strong result for the team.
On Stroll. Okay, they're slowing down. It seems like there's some kind of problem with their car.
So I've just heard on the team radio that Stroll has got an issue with his car, and I've dropped back a bit from Bottas, and Stroll's really slowing down as we've got Gasly having a go. I'm not going to let Gasly through there, but look, Stroll has lost the position to Lewis Hamilton, so there's still yet more points potentially up for grabs here. Let's charge. I have been just conserving pace a little bit and dropping back to protect Bottas, but now it's game on with 2 laps to go. There's another 2 places potentially up for grabs. He's going to have the DRS down the straight to help him out, but guess what? It's not going to work for the rest of the lap, and he's going to have Bottas coming after him. He's going to have myself coming after him. Gasly's coming at me. But I've got Gasly covered. I'm quite confident that I can cover Gasly. That's music to my ears as now Stroll gets ready to defend from Bottas. I've got my other rival, Tsunoda, right behind me. I don't want Tsunoda coming past here, so we're going to use and drain the battery to try and stop Tsunoda making his move. Tsunoda's going to the inside, Tsunoda's going for it. And I might just lose out here. I'm going to brake later than him and try and swing around the outside. Tsunoda's still there. Can I hold on? Oh, we bang wheels. We bang wheels again. I am not surrendering easy as we try and go around the outside. And Tsunoda, he's really not having this. And Tsunoda makes contact. And I've lost P8. Tsunoda getting through. And we've got damage. Oh, that was an aggressive battle. And now Gasly is going to want to come through. Bottas moves up to 6th. But we've dropped to 9th. And what looked like being 12 points goes back down to 10. And it may even go back down to 9 yet, as we've got damage from Tsunoda. I really did everything I could to hold on there. And I'm going to just drain the battery to try and hold on to P9. Tsunoda really came out of nowhere there. Who is the race winner in this Belgian Grand Prix? It's Charles Leclerc who wins the Belgian Grand Prix. But for us, it looks like it's going to be P9. It could have been P5. It just wasn't. But with Bottas finishing so strongly, it's a strong team result.
I mean, it looked like they were in a different category at points during the race, led every lap. I mean, what more can we say?
Here come our winners now, a thrilling race and a tremendous effort by Ferrari. Their history is well known, so it's no surprise to fans the world over to see them come out on top once again. After an event like that, who knows what the sport has in store for us.
It's a Ferrari 1-2 to finish the Belgian Grand Prix, as Carlos Sainz gets second, Oscar Piastri gets third, Russell gets fourth, Hamilton fifth, Valtteri Bottas, great points for him in sixth, Stroll seventh, Tsunoda, my main rival, beating me in eighth, and we get ninth, and Gasly is 10th. It could have been a top 5 for us. But Stroll, man, what were you doing? That was just... I've got nothing really to say there. I've got nothing to say there. So in the standings, Tsunoda has increased his gap on us. It's now he's now 3 points ahead of us. Tsunoda has had a massive surge. Ever since he got that second place finish at Austria, he's really just storming it this season at the moment. But Verstappen still leading the championship, Alonso second, Leclerc closing in third now, Norris is fourth. He's really dropped back after leading the title at one point. Piastri is fifth, Sainz is sixth, and it's Russell, Perez, Hamilton and Stroll completing the top 10, and Bottas now up to 20 points. So some strong points for the team in terms of the constructors fight, and it means we have closed in to 3 points to Visa Cash App RB. But Red Bull leading the constructors, Ferrari taking a huge chunk out of that lead though with their 1-2, and with neither Red Bull scoring. McLaren third, Aston Martin fourth, then it's Mercedes rounding out the top 5. But look, we have closed the gap on Visa Cash App RB, Alpine 8th, and then Williams and Haas. Let me start again. Williams and Haas, 9th and 10th. Thank you for watching this instalment of Career Mode. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content from me. Until the next time, I've been Joe. Thank you for watching, and TTFN. Ta-ta for now. Take care. See you soon.